I am genuinely curious on what your 3-car garage would look like. Me personally, if I was to like have the perfect 3-car garage, I'd go with an E63S AMG, and then I'll go with the 4x4 G-Wagon G63 with the 4x4, and then lastly on the list I'll have maybe Escalade V. That has to be my perfect 3-car garage. Let me know what yours might look like. Drop it down in the comment section below, and I'll see you when you get to the video, man. Let's get it, let's get it, let's get it, let's get it. For the OG subscribers, you know where we are right now, guys. Welcome back to another video. Back in black, back with the normal consistent posting. As you guys can see, I'm the grind and I take nothing for granted. So each and every one of you guys, I really appreciate what you guys are doing on my channel. It's crazy how far we are growing, and we are growing. Hopefully by this month we get to hit 1,000 subs. That would be so awesome. Anyway guys, let's talk about if it's worth it owning this classic Mercedes Benz, the W202, the W201, the w124, my favorite Mercedes ever, w124 500e. That V8 in there, guys, has to be my favorite engine that Mercedes Benz has ever made. Anyway guys, let's talk about you know what I'm saying, if it's worth it owning a classic car that comes from Mercedes Benz from in 2024, because this car, guys, remember what you pay for and what you get is very, very different. Because bro, this car behind me, it costs less than $10,000, and bro, what you get for the money is crazy. So guys, let's dive into it. And yeah, behind me I have my baby. She's literally my baby right now. So yeah, let's dive into the video and let's talk about this piece. I was saying, I have a lot of kids in my area that just playing around, and it's so hard to film when you have kids around. So as I was saying, is it worth it to like own this cars right now in 2024? Why is my mind back in last year? It's now 2024. So is it really worth it like owning these cars right now? Yeah, number one has to be how cheap these cars are, bro. Like I said earlier, what you pay for versus what you get with these cars is crazy. So like I said earlier, this car, guys, will cost you less than $10,000, but what you're going to like get for this car is insane. The interior is the interior, the electronics. You have power seats, you have like amazing night vision. In some cars you do have that features, but in this one you don't. But what you get for these classic cars, bro, is crazy. So if you do have the money, bro, just go and get yourself a classic Mercedes Benz, because these cars are timeless and how they were built back in the day. And remember guys, these cars back in the day, they were built for toughness, especially those engines, those M11 engines. Those cars can go crazy right now. Nowadays I think you see these cars that have, you know, by turbos, these engines are forced to like bring more power than they're supposed to. Bro, this car will give you a very, very good back for your money. You'll get one of the best things that you've ever like asked for. So in my opinion, go get yourself a classic Mercedes Benz, whether it's a W124, it's a any series, just go get it. As I was saying earlier, bro, like filming in my home is so hard. We have chicken, we have every single lifestyle that you can think of, and yeah, right now we have right here. So number one, like I said earlier, the engine from these cars are so like they were built for toughness, and these cars can actually handle not really that much power. That's what you don't really get when you buy this old classic Mercedes Benz. Not enough power. But anyway guys, this engine will last you longer than you think. So if you want like you want like a reliable car, these cars are like the go-to, you know what I'm saying, like the go-to what you want in this kind of cars right now. And yeah, oh my God, I'm not even lying, filming in my area is one of the hardest things that you guys can ever do. I have kids, we have livestock, we have almost everything that will distract you from filming. So I try my best to like always film whenever chance I get. I always try to film. So guys, behind me we have my, you know what I'm saying, the W202. I think you guys have seen a ton of videos from this channel about this car, and every time I post, I always say how this car is shitty, how this car will leave you straight on the road. And it's actually true. This car has done that like several times, of owning it. But today we're talking about if it's worth it owning these classic cars from Mercedes-Benz, you know what I'm saying? Because these cars are actually old, and if you go down the road with these cars, you'll be unnoticeable because these cars are so new. Number one has to be how drivable these cars are. Remember guys, these cars are almost 30 years old, and this car right now is let me do the math, 24, 26. Right now it's 26 years old. And guys, if I show you how this car looks right now, you'll be like, bro. Now non-car guys, those non-car guys, people will be like, maybe it's a newer car, but those who know these cars, they know that these cars are timeless and they don't really age. These cars age like fine wine, I know, other than these other cars that do age like milk. But Mercedes-Benz classic cars, they do age like fine wine. And in my opinion, having like this car in your driveway in the next like maybe 5 years will be a flex, because most companies are going electric, and having yourself a classic Mercedes-Benz with maybe a classic engine that was known for being bulletproof, bro, I'm not even lying, these cars are a big buck for your money. And what you pay for and what you get is like you pay for right here and you get right here. And like I said earlier, bro, this car is almost less than $10,000. My dad got this car for $7,000, I think. And right now, if you go down like the market, maybe it's higher or lower. I haven't really checked on how these cars are right now, but I know they really do depreciate like crazy. That's how these cars are. Another thing that you have to know, that once you get these cars, bro, they're going to depreciate like crazy. So remember guys, always try to like go for something that ain't that cheap, ain't that high. I'll make a video on what you should check for when you're going to like buy all these cars, and what you should check for. Make sure that you have the best. It's more of a guide on what you should check for when buying these classic Mercedes-Benzes. Yeah, I think guys, what you pay for is obviously more what you get. Like I said earlier, bro, this car is from freaking 1998, and if I tell you that this interior has been like this for 25 years, you'd be like, well, I know it has some features here and there, but this interior looks so good. We have this, it's leather, no, not even clothes, this is genuine leather. And I know it's having some issues here and there. A few TLC might change up this car real quick, but what you pay for and what you get, yeah, imagine yourself driving this car. I'm not even lying. This might be the best investment that you've ever done in your entire life. So like owning a classic car like this one, I think might be a good thing for you, because what you get and also like what you get and what you pay for and what you get is very, very different. It's actually an investment in your opinion. And on the dash, you might actually go faster than this Mazda Demios and Seltos on the road, except the Altimas, bro. Nissan Altimas are just crazy. Those cars will gap you without even trying. So on the dash you have like 240 and also 140 on the dash, which is crazy for a very, very old car. The interior, we have these cool accents right there, you know what I'm saying? All this elegance package. Like I said, I have the elegance one. And yeah, so like the interior looks so fire. If you get a clean car like this one back in the days, you'd have a very, very clean car. In my opinion, having a car like this one and it's so old, bro, I think it's a flex. To me, it's like, bro, it's a flex, because not many cars right now look like this one. Most cars are very, very shitty and old, and having an interior that actually looks mint. Because like I said earlier, if you go for these cars, make sure that you do go for something that has held up so fine, something that won't really like leave you on the road stranded and whatever. Check the interiors, whatever, electronics and everything, because these cars, as much as they're old, these cars are very, very new. And yeah, go get yourself a classic Mercedes-Benz, because I'm telling you, you won't regret buying that decision when we have this cool steering that, bro, looks so awesome. And yeah, I think this interior is just perfect. Like, I'm not even lying, it's perfect. We have this high-speed gearbox that shifts like crazy. Yeah, so in my opinion, you should definitely get this car. You feel me? Remember that these cars are old, and you won't really get much handling as compared to these other newer cars. But this classic Mercedes-Benz they have something in them that I haven't really tried to figure out. Because, bro, when driving these cars, actually driving this car might even feel better than driving these other newer cars. So like getting this classic car, number one, I've talked about the money that you pay for and also what you get. I've talked about how the interior will also look, because most of these BMW brands and Benzes, they have like really cool interiors. Number three will also be how the class that you just go into. Like, bro, driving a classic car right now is the biggest flex that you can ever do. Leave alone driving a G63, you know, or a TRX or whatever brand that you might want to call it, but driving a classic car and a Benz, like, bro, classic car and it's a Benz, like, where do you even go wrong with that? That's a very perfect combination that you can ever ask for. So these cars will give you the most attention that you might ever want, because most people know that these cars are very, very hard to maintain. They are guzzlers. In my opinion, they are. I know someone said that they are not, but in my opinion, they kind of are, because having a liter for 10 kilometers is actually crazy. So actually, it's not that crazy. I think it ain't bad. It's not really good and it's not bad. Just the perfect lineup with the rest. So yeah. And guys, I've talked about how this car is so good, how the interior is in perfect shape. I've talked about the engine, how these cars are so freaking bulletproof. As you can see, I do have, let me open my engine bay. I just can't be talking and you guys don't even know if my engine bay, if this car has an engine or not, because you guys have to like know that this car has an engine and it drives. So yeah, guys, here I have the M111 engine, and in my opinion, these cars don't really have that much power compared to other cars, and that's what you get for, you know what I'm saying, like having this car. Remember, if you wanted to like have a faster car, go for a freaking Hellcat or maybe an AMG or whatever, or an M car that you might want. But these cars, they have little power. That's one thing that you have to know, that they have little power, and driving this won't be really that much fun, because the handling is not really that perfect compared to like other cars. Remember, these cars are almost 20 years old. These cars might be older than your mom, or even the same age as your mom. So yeah, what you get for these cars, the engine isn't that perfect, and these cars, like I said, if it's worth it to like own these cars in 2023, guys, people are going for high horsepower cars, and going for like a cheap ass car like this one won't really be the best option in your opinion. In my opinion, it isn't the best option that you might want to get your car for, because nowadays people are running at 1,000 horsepower setups like it's nothing. So like going from 1,000 to freaking 160 or 180 on a 4-cylinder will actually be crazy. And also number two, remember that you have a Benz, and these cars, no matter what you have, bro, it's going to like cost you, like it's going to like also chip you in the bank, because these cars, maintaining them is so fucking hard. And remember, not so many of these cars are out here like being made every day, that you just walk into a bank, into a shop and find that boom, we have a part right there. Because guys, remember, this car has been here for like almost 2 years, not really 2 years, bro, come on now. It's been here for some time now, because it's been breaking here and there, and due to that fact is because of the missing parts, bro. My transmission hasn't been changed ever since I think it's never been changed. And yesterday I did watch a video, and it said that these cars don't really have that powerful gearbox, that, you know, they do fail at times. So that's expected, because this car has almost 200,000 kilometers on the clock. So I think it's overdue. That one has to be replaced. I was thinking of saving up and buying like another, you know what I'm saying, another donor car for this one, but I don't think if that will happen, that's like a lot of money. So you guys might support me on that. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, like and share, and that is how you support my channel to get these videos out. Yeah, so like I said earlier, remember, it's an old car. not that much power. Parts might be also a very, very hard thing to find because these cars are damn old. You don't walk on the road and see these cars more often. These cars might be rare. That's one thing. They might be even rare because these cars are not really that new to the market. They've been there and people are destroying these cars. And yeah, so that's my engine. Yeah, always check for this kind of things, you know what I'm saying? I don't think if I have power steering. Let me check if I have power steering. Is it high or low? Yeah, it's minimum. I think it's perfect. Yeah.